go ahead, hop right into it. What's going on? It's your dog Art Man the Great. We're back with another boxing conversation. Look, not too much going on in boxing right now, but there is a special fight that's popping up. It's upcoming. Motherfucking Benavidez versus Morrell. That one got people talking. That fight actually has Benavidez talking. You know, usually Benavidez, he keeps it simple. He's like, I'm gonna fuck my opponents up. They talk a lot of trash. I'm gonna fuck them up. That's it. I'm gonna fuck them up. That's it. This one, this one got Benavidez saying, "Well, drug testing, drug testing. What's up with the drug testing?" And I'm like, "Whoa, hold on." And a lot of fans are looking at it like, "Is that a sign of weakness? Is that a sign of weakness?" I ain't never really heard Benavidez talk about him worrying about what his opponent is bringing to the table. And I know Benavidez is talking that pet steroids or not, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. But he would be a liar. He would be a liar if he said that wasn't on his mind. He would be a liar if he said the pets is not on his mind. And it's crazy how we got this far in boxing because at first it was just skills, you know what I'm saying? If you got skills, you shouldn't have to worry about performance enhancing drugs. Now it's looking like fuck what the fans are talking about. I'm actually concerned about my opponent possibly being on performance enhancing drugs. Because don't get it twisted. You can be a quote unquote lesser fighter, lesser skilled fighter, or whatever. But if you on that juice and your stamina's a little different or your power a little, you got a little extra umph in it, it could change the outcome of the fight. That's why they call it performance enhancing drugs. Illegal performance enhancing drugs. Oh shit, where my rolling papers at? Where my papers at? Said damn, didn't get a notification. Yeah, that shit crazy. YouTube be on bullshit. Oh, I need to grab my rolling papers real quick. What the fuck I do with them papers? Hold on. Oh, okay, I found it. Yeah, man, they be on some bullshit. They be on some like, fuck Art, man. I ain't gonna send his notifications out, but it's all good. We rocking. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat though. But that's why I posted on Twitter. Let everybody know we going on live. Matter of fact, I'm about to share this link right now. Let everybody know we on live right now, chopping it up. Motherfucking Benavidez, he talking that shit though. This gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be a real good fight. I honestly feel like I get it. I understand why. I understand why people will be rocking with Benavidez based off the experience, and he a big motherfucker. He's a big motherfucker, and it's hard to bet against a big dude like that. Who breaks their opponent down by walking them down and putting the pressure on them, throwing the combinations, punches and bunches, and pressure fight. A lot of niggas get scared of that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of niggas fold, and that could happen to Morrell. That could happen to Morrell. And this is the thing about boxing. Like, we could think it can go a certain way, and a different outcome can happen. See, Benavidez, him and his fans, I feel like they only know one thing, and that's to go forward. What's gonna happen when Morrell stands his ground? What's gonna happen when Morrell counters? What's gonna happen if Morrell exposes a lack of skill in Benavidez? Then that's gonna be looking real crazy. What if Morrell punches actually hurt Benavidez? You know what I'm saying? People ain't thinking about that. See, the way I see Morrell coming on strong is by hurting him, hurting Benavidez with an uppercut. I feel like Benavidez, he does this thing where he walks in square. He walks in square, and he just like I said, literally walking you down square, like what I'm saying, straight up and down. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Morrell hits him with something clean, and he hurts him, and he capitalizes off of him being hurt. I wouldn't be surprised at all. And we gotta think about it. Morrell has a good coach. He has Ronnie Shields as his fucking coach. He got a pretty good coach, a legend in this game. I can only imagine what type of game plan they cooking up over there. Said Morrell winning. Hey, if you feel that way, then you feel that way. As of right now, I'm picking Benavidez right now. And the reason why I'm picking Benavidez, I just feel like the lack of experience we might that the fucking later rounds, man. It's different in them later rounds. Morrell haven't had that much experience fighting in later rounds. Like his last fight, I think, what was that? Like his second fight to go to distance or his first fight to go 12 rounds? Like, yeah, I don't know. You know, so if he calls himself winning this fight, he's gonna have to put that pressure on David Benavidez early. Early. What's
Yo, what's
going
good,
on?
dog?
Hold on, let me load this shit down. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we just chilling. Hey, and for those who don't know, today is actually my birthday. Art ran a great
Happy
birthday.
B-Day, cuz.
Yeah, I'm an old man out here. What? I'm a boxing fan. I'm gonna be a boxing fan forever. As long
I
as they don't
think
let niggas like Ryan Garcia take over.
he might have another year left in boxing,
Yeah.
if that. If he doesn't crash out before then, I think you guys are over. I think you guys are overestimating Morrell though.
Overestimating or underestimating?
Over. I think he's gonna have an issue size wise. I think he's gonna have the issue with Benavidez volume. I don't know if Perel has enough pop on his punches, but that's not like Benavidez looked extremely impressive in his last fight either in his first
He,
move up.
you know, in this, I actually went back and watched his last fight, and I was actually impressed in that fight. A lot of niggas give him fucking hell for that fight. I don't. That was actually a pretty good performance in my eyes. Yeah, he couldn't stop the dude, but you're not gonna stop everybody. But
But
he clearly beat dude like 10 rounds to fucking two
he
or 11 to
dominated
one.
dude, but we knew dude was, if I'm not mistaken, pretty old at the time, was on a super long layoff. I understand Benavidez had just moved up in weight, so I want to give him some leeway. I still got Benavidez over Morrell, but I wasn't overly impressed with Benavidez. I just do think that I might have to look at the face off again. I feel like Benavidez
I
is the
feel like we're judging it too different. Like, look at that dude. Hold on. Hold on, give me 1 second. Cook.
you good. Uh, yeah, I think Morrell. You got this whole steroid PED scandal and stuff like that. Um, I don't really know what to make of it. As far as I know, Morrell hasn't been caught for anything, so it seems like he's moving kind of suspect. But
Yeah, think about it.
he hasn't. It's like he's moving kind of. If you haven't been caught yet, then I can't really say you're guilty of anything. So that's interesting. But if any of you guys have more insight into what that's all about and them duck and VADA tests, I'd like to know. Um, Overall, though, I'm going with Benavidez. This is at 175, right? I want to say it's at 175. So um, I don't think I want to say Aren't all these dudes in the same division? Bevo,
You,
Bitter Beef, all these cats.
hey, I want to go off of what you just said though
Go ahead, go ahead.
about the size difference. You know, a lot of people say they're the same size, but now I'm looking at it, they kind of don't look the same size. Because Benavidez is a big dude.
He is. He's a weight bully. To be honest with you, I know that's not what people want to call him. I don't. Well, yeah, he has missed weight. So if they call Devin Haney a weight bully, then Benavidez is a weight bully. But I like Benavidez, but that's just the rules that these idiots made. So he's a weight bully. Um, I feel like Morrell, his frame is obviously smaller. Benavidez has that chubby fitness, like he has that Tyson Fury type of build, like those dudes who are fat but in good shape.
Yeah,
Um,
and from what I'm saying is like Morrell, he already looks like he's 178, 180. Like he can make the weight fucking next week.
right,
Benavidez still looks like he's fucking 200 pounds
right.
coming down.
What I do like about Morrell though is I don't think he's going in there to lay down. I don't think he's a bitch. I think he's gonna go in there and fight, but I also think that's what can hurt him too. His over I don't want to say overconfidence. These dudes are pro fighters. You got to go in there thinking you're gonna win, but Morrell needs to be careful. I wasn't overly impressed with Morrell in his last fight. He got the dub right, but I think he had some moments where he may have looked shaky. But that's natural, right? Everybody has bad moments. But wait, this is at 175, right? So this is the same division as Bevo and Better Be.
Yeah, and you know, I really don't judge fighters going into the toughest fight of their career based off their last fight.
I think it's close.
I base it off their best performance because some fighters are gonna get up for that good fight.
Oh yeah, I think that's how Canelo got caught slipping. He thought he based it off. He thought you were as good as your last performance against Bevo. Bevo came out there, beat the brakes off of him. Um, I think that's the issue of boxing because even right now, people are looking at Boots Ennis like he's a scrub now because he didn't look good against Karen. And so it's like, all right, one of you guys is gonna think he's food, like Stanionis. You're gonna find your courage. Ortiz was talking all that. He was ducking the fight for years, and then his team comes out talking about how they were okay. Let's take the fight and then see what Boots does, right? So that's ignorant boxing fans though. So I don't know what the odds are looking like for this fight. I think Benavidez is a small favorite.
Why would Benavidez be the small favorite? He should be the huge favorite.
Because I think people respect Morrell. I think they know. We talk a lot online, but people know.
It kind of boils down into that who has he beat talk. I feel like that who has he beat talk kind of like ruined the game a little bit because I don't just view it as who has he beat. I look at how did he beat that person.
Agreed. Definitely.
Because a lot of these people, a lot of these boxers be going life and death for some of these quote unquote tune up guys.
Shoot, it felt like Boots he wasn't going life and death with, but Karen, I was like, man, it's like sometimes you can't sleep on these bums.
Or guys you just don't know.
Or guys you don't know. Yeah. Guys whose style you aren't familiar with. And I think that's kind of prevalent when you look at some of these European type of fighters where the American, foundational Black American isn't necessarily familiar with that style. So it might be a little janky for them.
I know. So, for example, I'm gonna use myself for example. Fucking Bivol. Before the Bivol Canelo fight, I'm not gonna lie. I seen Bivol, but I never really like peeped him for real.
Yeah, same.
So I was under the impression that this guy is just some basic ass European fighter. He goes there and whip Canelo's ass, and then I start doing more research on this guy and watching more fights and seeing this guy more, and I'm like, damn, this guy's actually fucking pretty good.
Yeah,
very good actually.
Very good. I was like, he has some FBA style in him. The way he carries himself, he's a real.
He got that Soviet style, man. That jab, everything. That jab is second nature.
Yeah, I still think he beat Better Be, but I just know that politics.
I do too. I definitely do too. But I respect the judge's decision. If that's what they feel like, he won, then you guys get paid to do that. So,
man, I don't respect their decision. But what I will say is, I think he beat Better Be fairly like maybe 8-4, but that was one of the better fights of the year because Better Beef had some moments. That was a real.
He had moments late, but I feel like Bivol's moments outshine, and Bivol's work and his moments outshine Better Beef. Like, bro, when have you seen a fighter literally snap Better Beef's head back with a 1-2 constantly? And it wasn't just a one time thing. He did this throughout the fight.
And then
Ah, and his ass was like, oh shit. And Better Beef, he got a chin, but he's looking like, oh shit. This motherfucker's catching me with this shit.
we got the homies on boxing Twitter. He's the homie Clem talking about Better Beef won easily. I said, man, you need your eyes checked, dog. Tripping, tripping.
Nah, that nigga tweaking. But you said, my guy, Anti Slob, he said Morrell has good footwork and defense. I think he'll give Benavidez problem. I think Benavidez got some decent defense at this time. At this point, I feel like it's better than it was before. I ain't saying he's Sweet Pea Whitaker or nothing like that, but I'm saying that I feel like it's better than it was before.
You know what I do think is almost certain that the fight's good. I think there's a lot of animosity. I don't this Latin American beef. Or I don't know what this is since Benavidez or
Some
Benavidez
Cuban
black
Mexican.
Cuban Mexican beef or something. So
It's some real beef. It's some real beef because this guy Morrell, he's in a press conference. He's speaking Spanish, but he's speaking a different type of Spanish.
Yeah, for real.
And that shit is funny as hell because Benavidez like, bro, I don't even know what the fuck this guy's saying. What the fuck is he even saying? But nah, this nigga's talking that shit. He wants to fight you, nigga. He wants to whip your ass.
And I think that's what makes it exciting. I don't think they like each other. I don't like all these fights where guys go in there liking each other. I mean, there's respect, there's a healthy respect, right? But I look forward to the fight where guys don't like each other. We had Greg Hackett versus Brian Norman Sr. I thought that was BS, and then I saw the thing on Twitter today. They having like full on sit downs. I said, oh, they thought the fight,
bro. Americans love that shit. I think it's in our fucking DNA. We love that shit.
Some of the
We
best
love that
ever.
niggas talking shit and trying to fight each other in the press conference.
When is the fight? Next month, right?
I'm trying to get me on one of these BLK cards. I'll get on one of them.
I'll get on one. I'll get a small bag. I don't know how much they're paying though. That's another thing, right?
I know, but folks are talking about Haney's gonna fight on there.
Those are the folks talking about that are like Danny. Danny puts fake news up every day. Danny's the homie, but that dude.
I don't. You talking about Dan, the boxing fan dude?
Dude, that dude puts up so much fake news. I said,
bro. Let me tell you about this nigga. That nigga blocked me on fucking Twitter because he's like, "Oh, Art man, he's stealing my pictures and posting it." Nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga. You acting like you took a picture of Tank your damn self and posted it, nigga. Shut the fuck up, lame ass nigga.
Man, speaking of Tank, right? Coach Kenny and Calvin. So did they get fired or not?
Nah, I don't think they fired, but Tank, his fight with Roach is decent, but as we can see,
garbage.
As we can see, folks aren't interested in other fights for real, because that fight is like, how can you explain it? It's like, I feel like we just have to watch it more than we are excited in the build up for this fight. I feel like we'll be more excited watching the fight than an actual build up because it's like, how do you build this fight up really? Like, you know what I'm saying? Both niggas, they ain't really talking shit towards each other. I mean, the shit that they talking sound like some friendly competition shit.
I didn't even bother watching the press conference. I pretty much watch all of Tank's fights, but I just know we're dealing with Roach. We're dealing with somebody who I guess you were cool with at one point. Like, dude, I'm not trying to see this. And then you have Richardson Hitchens, who doesn't want to talk anymore.
Oh my God, let's talk sidebar. Let's talk about Richard Hitchens real quick. This nigga is scary. He letting Tank big bro him and punk his ass. I don't like that shit. Tank called this nigga my sons. And this nigga didn't say shit. He didn't say shit, but he quick to say something about Haney and George Gambosis.
I was about to say that.
Let me find out this fucking 5'4" nigga fucking bullying you niggas.
And I don't really buy into I like Richardson Hitchens, but he's not. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that it factor. I would like to see him fight Kambosos. They're already kind of building that, but Kambosos is really just he's a Twitter finger now. He's Twitter fingers. Um, that's all he does: tweet and then not fight anybody, lose to Loma. Um, Whatever, George. I don't like Kambosos. I liked him when he knocked off Tio though, and then he became more unlikable. Do you remember that? Like when he first beat Tio, it was like, okay, this is cool because he was kind of new, right? And then he started saying these little weird racist stuff. It's just like, nah, man.
I remember that, and a lot of people forget that shit. I do remember that shit. I never forget.
His wife saying, "I'm black." I could say, I was like, okay, I see what type of time.
Yeah, and then they had Devin Haney on the press conference, and they calling him boy and all types of shit. Like,
Yeah, or but I want to fight my Orthodox brother, Vasily. I said, all right, dude. All right, whatever, bro. I don't like these boxers, man. I really don't.
me neither. That's why people be like, "Oh, Art, man, you should be interviewing." I be like,
Yeah,
because if I start interviewing niggas and start asking them questions, niggas gonna get real mad, and I feel like that'll interfere in my business.
you see how Najee moves. He tries to politic. He does a lot. He does some cooning. He thinks he's slick, but I see it, man. You know who the masses favor and hate, and so you kind of play into the let me hate on Devin, and then we can get on ego, right?
Oh my god, man,
Switch up was crazy, man. I've been here the whole time, watched it.
this nigga ego's a fucking bitch. Look, let me tell you, this nigga ego makes a whole fucking post talking about.
I saw it. Yeah,
Dev is clout chasing because Devin is going to London and he doesn't have a fight yet, but he's going to London to do a media workout. In Saudi card in the radio season, they're having a card February, but Devin wants to. I'm like, bro, what type of hating ass shit is that, bro? What is that? But you said Najee he playing both sides. Yeah. I do see that.
Najee plays both
I
sides.
do see that. I
I
do
don't
see that.
trust. Dude, I think I pointed it out once. Najee's the type of dude, right? All that hating, all that defending Ryan Garcia he was doing. Then he's like, man, why is Ryan Garcia back in the ring before Devin? It's because of people like you who get on the internet and cape for him. You're the problem. You're the culprit. All of you guys who try and give Ryan Garcia this leeway. If Ryan Garcia crashes out,
Yeah, and and with that shit with him, what I seen is like basically, yeah, he was kind of like saying some crazy shit about Dev. I had to check him about the whole him getting upset because Devin is suing. I'm like, nigga, why are you upset that this fucking racist bastard pocket's about to get broke?
that
What are
was
you
so
talking about?
nasty. And it's really nasty to see people who look like us cape for Ryan. I'm like, I don't know what the CIA did, but they they got us. They got them. I ain't gonna say us, but you know what I mean.
Nigga, it's just like this. Some niggas don't. It's hard to live that type of life where you standing on certain principles because you're gonna get attacked. You're gonna get attacked.
It is what it is, and I don't think people are ready for that scrutiny compared to I like the LDBC. I've been following the LDBC. I'm not in it for like 6-7 years. They they're not gonna switch. They're not
Yeah.
gonna switch on Wilder. Uh, you see, oh, that was funny. The Mill City.
Yeah, my dude, you say you seen Mill City trying to fight him and not. Yeah, exactly. And he ducked. Yeah, exactly.
We know Najee's not about
You
that.
know, my thing is like this. You know, if he don't want to fight, he don't gotta fight him. He ain't no boxer. But at least say something. They can fight back.
I'm always interested because
He
I've been
said,
to.
why isn't Alu Akbar helping Devin from looking like a goofy nigga? I don't know what the fuck you talking about.
That's one of those trolls, man.
Yeah,
But I try and go to some fights. The last one I popped out to was a while ago. It was Charlo versus Harrison 2, I think. And
nigga, that was years ago.
I know that was years ago. So it's been a minute since I've been to a fight. But I was saying that some of these media personalities, right? Champ side. I like Champ side.
Yeah, I
But
fuck with Jeb side.
some of these guys, like they said, what's that coon's name? New, what's his name? There's so many coons on YouTube.
Said
Um,
battle of the media guys, battle of the mid guy. Man, them niggas be tweaking. Look, But anyways, Morrell versus Benavidez. That's gonna be a good fight, dog. What is that? The 1st of February?
I thought it was a second or first.
That shit right around the corner. But Benavidez still look like a big boy.
I don't want to hear any excuses though. He better make weight. I hope he's not doing cocaine. I think he's taking this camp seriously. Um,
Are you sure though? Cause this nigga got the whole family in this motherfucker. He doing these media days like a motherfucker.
I think he's embracing the Hollywood lifestyle, so to
And
speak. Right?
they talking about he about to pop out another seed.
He got his girlfriend who looks like she's made of plastic.
You know what I'm saying? Like he getting that paper now, and it's different. It's different. He not that young, hungry dude, but he sound like he's still hungry. He say he still want to prove he the best.
I still think
Like,
he does.
yeah,
I still think he's
he
hungry
sound
though.
like it.
I still think he can. I think him and Bevel are the best in that division. If I'm not
I,
mistaken,
honestly,
division.
honestly, I don't see Bivol or I don't see Morrell or Benavidez beating Better Beef or Bivol.
And I think Benavidez can beat Better Beef because I think Better Beef has passed it. Um,
Oh, because you think he's past it?
yeah, I think Better Beef has passed it, but I think
I don't know. Benavidez never been. He never, and that's the thing. Benavidez about to get tested to because we never really see Benavidez get punched by a puncher for real. Who's the hardest puncher he fought? Lemieux.
Plant
Lemieux old ass.
and Plant
Won't
can't
even.
really crack.
You said what?
I was gonna say Plant, but Plant's not a cracker.
Yeah. So who's the hardest puncher has Benavidez fought?
I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, exactly. You can't even tell me, but you about to find out,
I don't think Morrell cracks like that, man.
nigga. You crazy? I see Morrell fight live multiple times in Minnesota,
Is he based from out there?
or he was
Is
until
that kind of how they're building? Is that kind of where they're building him?
he was. You know, Morrell cool with my people. I got some people that's real cool with Morrell. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see. But yeah, I got some people that's cool with Morrell. And yeah, he fuck with folks out here in Minnesota, but I don't think he's doing that Minnesota thing no more because he was fighting out of the armory and now
Mhm.
PBC they got this weird shit going on where they ain't making no goddamn fights, so there's no more fights in the armory.
Turkey's making the most fights now.
I know. Look, I posted a video of me smoking at the Wilder versus Fury 3
I
fight.
saw that. Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I couldn't do no shit like this in motherfucking Saudi. I
Yeah.
can't smoke no fucking bleezy in fucking Saudi. They're trying to fucking hang my ass. That's what I'm saying. We low key need to support some fucking folks who's trying to make fights out here.
Shoot. And it's like, well, I guess BLK Prime is the closest thing to like a grassroots. You know what I mean? Because yeah, who's behind it? Okay, right? I want to say I don't know if Blue Blood's behind it, but I know he might be an investor. That clown manager Marty, I don't like him. I think he may be affiliated with BLK. Um,
Yeah, okay. And look, and my dude just reminded me, Morrell put dude in a coma.
who?
And it goes back to not just who, it's how he put that motherfucker in a coma.
Man,
You got to think about it.
I really don't. The more I think about it, I don't really know if Morrell has much for Benavidez. Maybe if he boxes, he better not fight Benavidez. You think he can win a
He's
fight?
gonna have to box and fight him. He's gonna have to do both because that's the type of fight. But I feel like
I think he has to do both.
Benavidez has the type of heart where if he gets hurt for real, I think he's gonna start throwing everything in the kitchen fucking sink. You know what I'm saying?
You know what my approach if I were Morrell, I would approach it like Bevo did Better Beef. He exchanged when necessary, but he boxed when necessary. And then when he boxed and fought, Bevo had enough volume. Obviously, the judges saw it the other way, but Bevo would step in, bah, 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 get out. Um,
Yeah,
it's
you
gonna
think
be.
Morrell's gonna do that?
I don't think he's as talented as Bevo. I don't think he's as
I don't
talented.
think he's as disciplined as Bivol.
True. Yeah, yeah. When is that Bevo fight? Better be. That's next month.
22nd of February.
You know what Saudi does have over quote unquote American boxing? Those promos. Why aren't we cutting better promos in boxing?
Bro, I think I made a whole post about this shit. Javante Davis versus Frank Martin just had a fucking purple and yellow graphic commercial, which was 15 seconds long. And the motherfucking turkey had them niggas doing a whole 2 minute, 3 minute fucking commercial, nigga. That Tyson Fury versus Usyk shit was funny, and I don't even like Tyson Fury. But that
No,
shit was funny.
no.
Seeing them niggas pop up like a movie. He can't get him out of his head.
That was one of the best promos I've seen since I've been watching combat sports. But every promo they're doing, even the Better Be Bevo, they had a promo too, where like they're in the woods of Kazakhstan or something. That
Oh
was a good
yeah,
promo.
that fucking Better Be versus Bivol was hard as shit.
That was hard, bro.
That my favorite one though is that motherfucking Crawford versus Madrimov. I showed my dad that shit. He was like, "Oh yeah, this the one. This
Mm.
shit's hard as fuck."
You think Bud's
Even my
gonna fight
pops old
Bud?
ass, we looking at that shit like that's what's up. I'm rocking with that shit. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think boxing is lacking in marketing. They don't know what they're doing. It beats me, man. I don't get it, bro. But whatever. I can't help them. If anything, since
I
Benavidez
feel
income,
like they trying to cut back the budget, so they trying to cut back the spending because of their budget, so they don't want to do no extravagant ass fucking commercial like Turkey them doing.
yeah, but it's like, how much does that cost? I mean, I'm not a movie director, but I don't know, man. I feel like that stuff builds up fights. Um, but obviously, PBC, Top Rank, they're not interested in that stuff. Top Rank's probably the worst, actually, as far as promotion. Those dudes are garbage. Bob Arum and stuff. I wish Bob Arum would um, leave Earth, to be honest, but whatever. That's another topic. Um, can't
No,
stand that dude.
Bob will be
But
there till Teal contract expire.
I heard about Tio in the 360 deal. Pretty
He
much
is. He is in a 360 deal, and these stupid ass niggas don't even understand it.
talking
And
about
they, now these niggas, this nigga Teal acting like the nigga from Don't Be a Menace, talking about redfish, bluefish. Nigga, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. This nigga acting like he just got all answers. Nigga, you don't. Nigga, they're telling you like, bro, you're locked. Nigga, if you don't fight somebody soon, you're gonna be in violation of this contract, and we gonna get some extra money from you. You do you understand that, T.O.? T.O. He don't understand that shit.
he doesn't understand. His daddy doesn't know business.
They
Um,
don't. His dad is a fucking dope fiend. He has a dope fiend as a dad,
oh yeah, he does.
which is very unfortunate, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Baby mama getting trained. Um, hey Tio, man, you got a lot on your plate, so I would stop trying to be petty and bait black
And,
fighters or
and you
go
know
ahead.
what pisses fans off too,
Yeah,
or pisses me off when boxers do everything besides fucking box.
yeah.
Like, bro, I don't care about your life that much to even hear your fucking bullshit philosophies every day. I want to see you fight. I
What's
recognize that you have some talent, so I want to see you fucking fight. That's it.
what's Bill Haney say? Everybody does everything except fight, something like that. He has one of those mantras. Uh, yeah, but Tio's trying to be real slick. Putting Muhammad Ali as his avatar. Like, dude, you're not. We see what you're doing, man. Like,
Bro, that's every fucking racist on Twitter. They got the Mike Tyson accounts be saying the most racist shit.
there was
Like,
a
what we
dude
talking
today.
about?
He said there was no race baiting in the 80s and 90s in boxing. I was like, oh okay. I was like, yeah, I already know.
Who
Not to
said that?
one of these morons on boxing Twitter. I don't know. One of those dudes though with the account of like a black boxing legend, but then go
Nigga, bro. We
you
don't
know
even have to talk about this shit. We already know, like,
we
nigga, that
know
shit don't even have to be what's understood. Don't even have to be said.
It's understood. Yeah, man.
But what's up with Benavidez talking about he doesn't give a fuck if Morrell's on steroids or not?
Yeah, he's saying that if he loses, though, it's going to be a different story. He's going to have that excuse. So, hey,
You think
I'm not.
so?
And if you,
I
if
don't
you,
think so. I think he's gonna be like, oh, you know, it is what it is. He gonna play. He gonna play when it. He gonna play it off and saying it is what it is after the fight. If he loses, he'll be on some like, yeah, you know. But I feel like months down the line, then he'll say, well, the drug testing was shaky.
yep. And then everyone's going to be like, oh, Benavidez got cheated, and it's like, oh, what about Haney? Oh, he
Hey,
cheated. Oh, that was
hey,
fair.
that 1.5 Osterine and that shit.
That was real nasty dialogue, but I already know how it goes. But like people all of a sudden saying that, oh, it was the that's steroids ain't gonna help him with the left hook. I was like, I've never seen someone try and explain away using performance enhancing drugs the way y'all have. I even had my homie in like real life who knows combat sports, and we talk about it. He hit me up saying, "Don't you think it's kind of weak that Haney is suing?" I said, no. I said, if somebody does something wrong to me, I'm gonna get every single dollar, especially with all the other stuff Ryan does. I said, it's not weak. If whatever, bro. It's hard to get through people's heads sometimes. It's like we got a whole coon
Yeah,
society.
you know, it's just different because if niggas want to defend Ryan, like I said, if I was a boxer, it couldn't be me because if I get to pulling my pistol out, niggas gonna be like, oh well, this nigga Art Man's tweaking. Art Man the greatest tweaking. And the WBC gonna get mad at me. If I was a boxer, they'd be like, oh, we gotta strip Art Man of his titles because he pulled the fucking Glock. He pulled the Glock out on fucking Ryan for cheating. Yeah, if nobody's gonna do shit, nigga, I'm gonna do something about it.
I don't even
Bitch
know
ass
if
nigga. That's why I couldn't be no fucking boxers. Nigga be mad at me. And that's why you gotta have a good team around you too, as a boxer, man, for real.
I don't.
Because
These teams don't always
these
look out.
niggas be these guys, these other fighters be on some cheating shit, bro. If there's an advantage, they're gonna try their best to fucking get that shit, man.
You think Benavidez is going to look for a weight advantage, meaning coming in overweight, or you think he's going to make it? I think he'll make it.
Bro, I feel like Benavidez gonna cut the final, shed those pounds in like the last week because this nigga is huge as fuck right now, bro. I see it. He's wearing these big ass shirts and shit, double layer shirts, trying to hide it, but this motherfucker is fucking huge, bro.
I hope he hasn't let the money get to him yet.
Nah, he's still hungry because he got a lot of kids. He's hungry. You know what I'm saying? He's hungry. But I feel like he may be in a situation where he get put on pause by somebody that he's underestimating. Yeah, he could talk that. Oh, I'm not underestimating shit. Nah, nigga, I feel like you are. And his pops is saying it. His pops is saying that Morrell's gonna get stopped in like the fourth
Yeah,
round.
I saw that today. You think they are? Do you think they think Morel's a mark? I kind of do because
They do.
I think at one point, right? Let's go back in time. There was a time where Morel was being used as the boogeyman for Benavidez, and Benavidez was kind of quiet about it, like wasn't really saying anything until that
I
last.
do. I do remember that. This is not the first time that they had some type of interaction. No, they been had a beef. I remember Morrell saying calling Benavidez a bitch, saying he's a bitch like a
Yeah, yeah,
long time ago.
right, right. And so Benavidez was kind of hush hush though. And I was like, "Are you guys scared of this dude? Like, was there something that happened in sparring that was like,
You know what it is? They recognize it. They recognize what it is. If motherfucking if they viewed Morrell as like a Kyron Davis type of guy,
right?
motherfucking what's that other black dude that he fought? Speedy Ellis brother.
I know you.
Yeah, the nigga who sparred with Canelo. Yeah, if they viewed Morrell like that, they would have easily got him out the way early. But they understand the level of threat that he has.
That's what I think
So they
too.
move in. So they moved different to now they're in a situation where it's like they low key have to fight Morrell because it's like who else can this guy Benavidez fight right now? Let's be
And
real.
who and what fight can generate money? And there's so much history
Exactly.
now. This
So
is the
they're
fight to
kind of
make.
back. They're really low key backed into a corner to take this fight. Not, I don't feel like this is a fight that they just upped and took because I remember when this fight was when before this fight was signed and announced, I remember people were talking like, "Yo, this fight needs to happen," and Benavidez was like, "Man, Morrell's a good fighter, but you know the fight's not lined up right now."
Right, right,
Or it was
right.
some he said some bullshit like the fight wasn't really happening right now type shit, but then all of a sudden now it's happening. I feel like it was on some like the fight was presented to him, you know, saying as a last option type shit.
Yes, like all right,
It
you're
wasn't
kind of.
first priority.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. And that's probably. And this is well. He had that Caleb Plant fight, so that fight made sense at the time, right? That was probably one of his more profitable fights. You know what I mean? The build up, um, everything. And if Benavidez is serious about becoming a star, you fight Morrell. You fight someone who's respected for the large part by the boxing community. Fight him. I'll give you a lot of respect because I thought you were ducking Morrell. I was like, is this dude scared of? Is he scared of Morrell?
I
Like, what
wouldn't
is
say
thinking in my mind?
ducking because sometimes I get it when you're in a position where it's like, dog, you're nigga, this Canelo payday is calling your fucking name. You
Right.
don't want to lose that up. But we're not gonna act like Morrell not no scrub. So you gonna show up some respect.
They better. Um, I still think
If Benavidez lose, where does his career go? Immediate rematch or
you run the rematch. That's what I do. But they didn't they say there's no rematch clause or something?
I think there's no rematch clause. I ain't hear nothing about it.
Yeah, I think they said something like there's
But I
no.
feel like it don't matter. I feel like PBC will call for one if the fight is exciting.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Milk the fight as much as you can or milk a second fight, especially if it lives up to the hype. And I think this fight will. I don't really think it's going to the cards either way. Whoever wins, I don't think it's going to the cards. Fight was signed as part of their original 3 fight deal. They were supposed to fight after the Fowles fight, but they didn't show up to the call out. Okay. Huh.
Yeah, I ain't hear that. See, replace the fight with the Andre fight. You know, Benavidez, he does have a pretty good resume. I'm gonna keep it 100. That Andre and Caleb Plant win,
Those
those
are
really
good.
stick out to me,
No,
and
those
how
are
he beat those guys too.
yeah, no, those are all
He
those are
battered
all,
both of them niggas, and both of them they look like they made him look like he didn't even get in the fight, and he made them niggas look like, yeah, I need to go to the motherfucking ER ASAP.
and they're not bums. Caleb or Andra, they're not bums.
They're not bubs.
They're not
And
bitches.
I don't like Canelo fans trying to hate on Andre. See, Andre was just trash all along. That's it. Nah, I don't respect that because Andre was a skilled fighter, and even though I do believe that Benavidez beat Andre more on the fucking size than just skill aspect,
Right.
I do respect him for going there and beating dude ass because Andre didn't have to accept this fight, nigga. You knew what it was when you signed the contract.
Yeah.
You fighting a big ass nigga, and this what the fuck happened, nigga. And that nigga was bad. And I seen it in real time. Andre threw a double uppercut. I've never seen that before, the nigga. Actually, I have seen that before in the Devin Haney versus Tank sparring. But he hit this nigga with a left uppercut and a right uppercut.
Hey,
Wobbled his head like this. And that nigga still walked him down like that shit was nothing. He ate that shit. He ate it, spit it out, kept it fucking pushing, and he stopped his ass. He stopped Andre after Andre hit this nigga with like a 5 punch combination.
have we seen Benavidez rocked?
No, but
You think Morrell at least
dude
rocked?
did hurt him. I mean, didn't hurt him, but the last dude he fought, he did touch Benavidez up a little bit. They even had to call it in a corner. He told him no, that lump, I mean that little cut he has over his eye, that came from a punch, not a fucking
A headbutt.
not a headbutt.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, Benavidez can be touched. And then I feel like that Kyron Davis fight really like let people know that hey, this guy he is touchable. Because Kyron Davis, a guy who's not even 168, was able to fucking stand there and take his best shots until the ref said, all right, okay, that's enough.
And that's the thing about Benavidez. I don't think he has that one punch pop as opposed to a Morrell. Not saying Morrell's a power puncher, but I don't think he's volume, right? So um It's gonna be interesting. Is it a good undercard? That's another thing. I don't know what
Yeah, it's a good undercard. Fulton versus Figueroa, the rematch.
Fulton Figueroa. Okay, I remember Fulton won that. Didn't they already fight twice, or is this the?
Nah, they fought once and everybody was upset
I remember that. I remember that.
because they
I
felt
remember,
like he robbed them. I don't think it was a robbery. It could have
no,
been a
Fulton
draw, in my
outboxed him.
opinion.
Fulton outboxed him. I know Figueroa's sister looked good. Um,
But yeah, some guy made a post talking about they're both washed up.
he said,
Niggas get one L and they washed up.
"You know how it is, man. Now people are saying Devin Haney will never come back the same." I saw your tweet the other day where you had said something like, "Man, will his health ever be the same?" I forgot who you were talking about. Um,
That dude who just fought that cruiserweight.
yeah, I forget his name. Um,
Jai something.
Opataya or something like that.
Yeah, he just
He just fought. I didn't see that dude. I don't know. People have been talking about him. I don't know if he's good or not. I didn't see the fight. I don't
I've
watch.
seen dude fight. He can crack, but he don't got the best defense.
Okay. He said Canelo has a long career and put in real work. Tank is not. um, I mean, I think Canelo has put in work, but he's still a cheater and he still ducks. I don't respect Canelo personally. That's just me. I know a lot of people do because he's in the pride of Mexico, but I don't. Um,
I
I've,
like Canelo.
I don't mess with Canelo, man.
I like Canelo.
Yeah, he don't.
Did he cheat? Did he cheat?
Well, he cheat.
I think so. I think so. I definitely do.
No, Canelo's shady to me because Kovalev fight was fixed. No one can change my mind. Um, I feel like Caleb Plant still took a dive. I feel like they gave Caleb Plant money under the
Hell
table.
no.
Everybody says, man.
Caleb Plant got his ass beat up.
No, I don't think that, man. I think he took a dive. Who was Canelo's last real victory?
In my opinion, Canelo's best victory to me is the
GGG,
Austin Trout fight, the Triple G2,
Triple
and the
G2.
Caleb Plant fight. The Caleb Plant fight, there was no controversy in my opinion. That's what made it. It was a solid win with no controversy. He knocked that motherfucker out for the last belt.
I think Caleb Plant sold for that, man. I think he sold. But hey,
This nigga said, "Play say you go crazy, man." Said Play took a dive. Nah, he took a dive into that motherfucking canvas. All right.
yeah, I asked Plant on Twitter. Not that he was going to answer me, but I said, "Did you take a dive?" I tweeted him this week.
And what do you expect? What do you expect him to say? Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's what I thought he was going to say. I thought he was going to be like, "Hey, y'all, yeah, I did. Money was good." That's what Kovalev said.
Nah, Kovalev. See Kovalev situation.
I
Nah,
remember
that's some
he
funny
needed
shit. I'm
money.
not gonna lie. That's some funny shit. See Kovalev. It's really on him. He can't really blame Canelo. It's on him. And a lot of boxing fans don't understand. There's ways for you to defeat your opponent before your opponent even gets to the fucking ring. First of all, let's talk about how Kovalev fought and what's dude Anthony Yard? Yeah,
Yeah,
Anthony Yard. And Anthony Yard damn near stopped that nigga in the eighth round.
I remember
But if
that
it
fight.
wasn't for experience, you know, Kovalev would have lost that fight. But
Yeah,
nope, he started using his experience and said, you know what, this guy threw all his best punches. Let me just pop that jab out. You know what I'm saying? That's what he did. Pop that jab out until he fucking won.
I
And
remember. I
gassed
thought
himself
it
out.
was going to be something, man.
Right? And then Canelo said, you know what, I want to fight that guy. Immediately after that fight, I think he only had like a 4 week camp
Something like
because
that.
they fought like two and a half months, or not even 2.5 months, 2 months, I believe, after that shit. And then he had this motherfucker Kovalev staying up all night. You know what I'm saying? Not training,
Kovalev,
maybe not warming up for the fight.
and
Talking
then
about he has to wait till after this UFC fight or some bullshit.
And then you have to think about the circumstances going into the Kovalev fight. Kovalev had just gotten caught for trying to R word a woman, trying to sneak into her house. He's running low on money. He's getting sued. Kovalev
Yes,
needs a payday. He's like, dude, I will take a dive. Just I'm about to go to jail. So just give me some money. That's what
I
Kovalev. That
don't
was
think it was more of a dive. It's more of like he came in there defeated.
he
It
knew.
wasn't the same Kovalev, and he low key hates himself for it because he still mentions it. He still mentions it. He
I,
he knows it.
I don't think the dive. I think it was a dive in the sense that he knew the game. He knew the game. Like, all right, hey man, I'm already old as it is. Let me barely train. Let me just see what I can do. But we know we're not going in there to win. And so Canelo
Nah,
let
I feel like he went in there to win. He was popping that jab out, but I feel like he just wasn't as healthy as he's supposed to be in a fucking professional boxing match.
Speaking of which, I don't want to see Kovalev in a boxing ring again. I hope he's in jail, actually. I hope they put him
Man,
in jail. But you know how boxing is. He'll get another
I said
payday.
Cole was still top three light heavyweight when Canelo was 5-6 straight. Yeah, but context matters, man. Canelo sure did. He fought him immediately after this nigga damn near got stopped by a prospect who don't even spar.
What do you think it would take for Canelo to fight a Benavidez? Because he's obviously scared.
He's never fighting Benavidez. He's actually hoping Morrell clips this nigga right now.
He probably is. And then he'll fight Morrell.
He won't fight Morrell.
Well,
I feel
I
like
guess
Canelo fuck around fight Crawford,
I don't
and
think
if he win that fight, he fuck around fight a tune up and then retire.
my issue with that Crawford Canelo thing is I actually think Crawford can win, but I just know he's up against the system. So it's like, dude, you'd have to go in there and actually fight Canelo. Like they're gonna want you to engage with him to try and get the dub, and you
He's
don't
not
have.
a good. Him fighting on that turkey card, I don't think it'll be against the system. I
You
feel
don't.
like that's. I feel like for that very reason is why Canelo won't fight motherfucking Crawford, because what if it's in a position where he really have to depend on his skill set and his talent, and he loses a fight fair and square, like the Floyd fight, and there's literally nothing he can do about it. But even in that Floyd fight, one of the judges gave it to him, which is fucking crazy.
That's what let me know that the system's always rigged. But I feel like even when Tyson Fury went over to get his ass whipped by Usyk, right? I feel like Tyson Fury or these guys know when they go to Saudi Arabia, you can't play these shenanigans.
Yeah,
You can't play. So Tyson Fury, you're not going to have those floppy gloves. Nope, don't you dare. Tyson Fury will stone you in the ring. So you better come fight clean. Maybe you do your little steroids, but don't get caught, man. You know. And I'm happy Fury's done. Fury's done for.
I'm not hearing about no drug testing for that for those fights.
Nothing. Nothing.
No better be nothing. Better be versus Bivol.
And what's who decides on drug testing? Is it the sanctioning bodies?
The fighters.
I thought so. What the fighter will say? Hey, we want drug testing. Otherwise, there ain't gonna be drug testing. That's how simple it is.
I feel like they have to do like a state drug testing,
Yeah, they
from
need
the
some state
commission.
to mandate.
Yeah, it's a mandate from the state, but not that advanced drug testing. I feel like that because that's all out of pocket. It's drug testing.
Good point. Yeah,
And
I
a
didn't
lot of
think
niggas
that either
see Devin Haney made niggas mad. Why niggas mad that Devin Haney
for posting the
motherfucking
pictures getting clean VADA tested.
yeah, like niggas is what the comments mad for? Oh, look at this guy
Look
being
at
a
this
clean
clean
boxer.
fighter.
What the fuck is wrong with these niggas?
Dude, boxing is a cesspool community, man. It's damn near worse than MMA. And MMA is horrible. I like MMA more, but they're my favorite two sports, MMA and then boxing. But boxing, it's like we're so backwards. Um,
Ass backwards. Ass backwards. A lot of these fights are being, bro, they should have never gave you niggas fucking Photoshop.
shit,
Because I'm starting to see a million graphics for fights that's not even fucking being lined up.
dude, all these fake accounts, Michael Benson. The real Michael Benson was fake. And now we got a fake Michael Benson getting posted on ESPN.
Nigga, I just seen a graphic of motherfucking Frank versus Edwin De Los Santos.
I saw that too. I
And then
saw
Frank Martin posted, Nigga, I ain't hear no shit about no
He
negotiations.
said,
See, I
he
don't
said
like
no,
that
no,
shit.
no negotiations. I said, dude, people are spreading false info every
Yeah,
single
your
day.
boy Danny.
Danny, yeah. And Danny put the fake news of Wilder and Stephen Shaw. Just yesterday, Danny posts fake stuff every single day to get a following. He's getting one, but it's fake news.
See, I don't care about niggas following you. You know, you can have a following. If people want to follow
Oh
you,
yeah,
you can't
go ahead.
stop nobody from following you.
Oh yeah, I don't care.
You know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
like
And
100 followers on
you
there.
can't stop people from shopping on artmanapparel.com too. Best boxing merch in the game.
Hey man,
Straight up.
yeah, I don't know. I guess it is what it is. I don't think people respect it. Like Punch Drunk Boxing, another good example, man. He's scared to talk about Tio. He's talking about, oh, it's the establishment. No, it's Tio. But he wants to
I
beat him
know.
like
I called
Bush
him
because
out.
that's his brother.
I called
Yeah.
him out. I said, man, how the hell you going? So instead of calling your man Tio out for his bullshit and ducking niggas, you rather blame the whole entire boxing like they're the reason Tio want to fight, don't want to fight top competition.
Dude, that dude's a clown. Um, Southpaw's a clown. Southpaw's at least funny though. I ain't gonna lie, Southpaw's kind of funny, but he's a clown, bro.
Bruh. Anybody defending Ryan Garcia weird. But anyways, man, I gotta get out of here. I gotta go get some sleep.
All right, dog. I'll catch you.
Artmanapparel.com, the
We'll
best
run.
boxing merch in the game. Yep.